Good morning and welcome to today's daily cyber briefing. I'm Eliza Austin. I'm tired. Okay, so let's kick off with the fact that the Olympic Games has started in France. I only found out this morning. Maybe I've had my head under a rock. I don't know, but I don't follow sports at all. So I was, yeah. So anyway, ANSSI, France's National Cybersecurity Agency, basically said that they're bracing themselves for a barrage of attacks. And France's National Information Security Agency, ANSSI, I'm going to have a look at what the acronym actually means, but it'll be in French, so probably won't. So basically they're bracing themselves. They're anticipating that they're going to be hit with a complete barrage of attacks, and they're just kind of like, we're cool with it. Bring it on. They've not said that, but they know it's going to happen. Isn't it a shame that we have to think like this, that it's inevitable? So their actual language is to say that it's inevitable. It is. It's just a bit of a shame that we have to think like that in today's world. So the reason I've included this short piece is just because it's important for you to know if you've got French customers, or if you've got a French arm of your business. So I don't think we've got any French listeners, but if we do, bonjour, à la piscine. I think that means hello, the swimming pool. Never mind. Okay, so cybersecurity researchers are sounding the alarm over an ongoing campaign that's leveraging internet-exposed Selenium grid services for illicit cryptocurrency mining. So Selenium automates browsers primarily for automating web application testing purposes. I don't know, I never personally used it, but apparently it's very widely used. So this is why we're including it. So cloud security company Wiz is tracking the activity under the name Selenium Greed. The campaign, which is targeting older versions of Selenium, and the versions are 3.141.59 and prior, so and before. They're the ones that are believed to be vulnerable to this and exposed without protections. So a quote from what is written in the article is, by default, authentication is not enabled for this service. This means that many publicly accessible instances are misconfigured and can be accessed by anyone and abused for malicious purposes. So that's one to watch if you're using Selenium Grid for anything. Look into that. As always, the links will be shared in the comments section of the video, and we try to pick the best links. So although there might be multiple articles about the same thing that have popped up in the morning or overnight, we go through them and we pick the one that's got the most information in. That's that. This one is interesting. So the UK, and I think this will affect cyber and IT in general and just business. So this is one to definitely talk about. So the UK and India agreed on Wednesday a broad technology security initiative, currently being referred to as TSI, that will see the two nations collaborate. Sounds good. So TSI was launched in Delhi by the Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Probably butchered the crap out of that. And UK Foreign Secretary David Lammy. Probably going to be crap if Lammy's involved, let's be honest. The two countries aim to foster collaboration between academic and industrial research and development efforts for chip design and IP. It's basically, a lot of it is about AI, but then there's a big chunk of it that is aimed at building semiconductors. So there's going to be a lot of chip related trade efforts. So this is good. So the minute Taiwan produces about 90% of the world's semiconductors through the Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing Company. Obviously we all know Taiwan is on red alert. Hopefully they don't get invaded, but they're on a red alert for war because of their, in quotation marks, relationship with China. So there's a couple of things there. So if they were decimated, I'm like waking up and catastrophizing. I'm sorry, guys. But if they were to be decimated and trade was to stop, then technology in general across the world that depends on semiconductors, which is everything, every laptop, every mobile phone, would slowly decline when all of those things start to erode. And the other side of it is if it was to be, not war in the sense that we've seen in other countries, but more of a complete and utter just takeover, then all those semiconductors then currently are owned by China, aren't they? So then that brings its own risks. So this is a really good thing that the UK is finding ways to look into building our own semiconductors. So that's good. That's interesting. Definitely one to watch. Let's hope that Lammy doesn't. Never mind. I'll just not go there with him. Anyway, let's hope that it goes well, basically, because that could be an absolute game changer for the UK. So that's good. So the US Department of Justice on Thursday charged a North Korean fella over ransomware attacks stateside in America, primarily aimed at hospitals and healthcare providers, but also some defense companies and NASA, funnily enough. So his name is Rim Jong Hong. Oh, it's not. It's Rim Jong Hoik. I hope he's not listening. I'm sure he's not. So yes, he's been charged with conspiracy to hack and a load of other things. But Rim allegedly used malware developed by North Korea's top military intelligence outfit, the Reconnaissance General Bureau, referred to as RGB. So he's basically done a load of naughty things against America in the name of North Korea with the help of the military intelligence outfit, by the sound of things. And this threat actor is being tracked as Andariel, Onyx Sleet, and Silent Cholima. What is going on today? I feel like the universe has said, let's give you all of the names for you to butcher and embarrass yourself in the morning. I don't need any help embarrassing myself in the morning. I don't need any help embarrassing myself any time of day. I walk around and I'm just generally cringe. I think the key to cringe, though, is to embrace the cringe. Because cringe comes from a place of thinking what other people think, like caring about what other people think. So if you feel cringe, you just have to push through it and just be like, stuff it. It's fine. Anyway, that's it for cyber news this morning. Out of all that, I think probably the most exciting piece is about UK and India's new TSI initiative to hopefully build some semiconductors for ourselves. So that would be super interesting. I'm going to shut up because I don't like doing these daily cyber briefings. Let's all send Stephen some nice thoughts and get him back to work so he can take over and actually do these better than the way I'm doing them. So I do apologize. Have a lovely day and adopted puppy. Bye, guys.